I am.
You know, I never pictured myself as a hero. Never thought I'd be the one they'd toast for saving so many lives. And now that I'm here... I hate it. This is awful. True. That was fun. Still, I would have liked more for my trouble than a pat on the head and vinegar for wine. By all means, go and enjoy yourself. I'll be here, waiting for the sunrise.
Everyone seems to be in high spirits. Strange. You know who I never thought I'd find myself caring for? Your words, not mine. But not what I mean. I mean, desperate people. Like those refugees. Never gave them much thought. Certainly not that bunch in the grove. Yet we came through for them. We saved their lives. Odd. That's more easily said by some than others. But nobody's here to debate right from wrong. We should have had wine more often. More warming than the fire.
I have seen the Kithraki tear a screaming Nyogi's legs from its belly to fashion into blades. Yet they could not match your nerve today. It was enough to drive me to madness. I smell their blood on you still. I smell your sweat. I mean to taste it. I respect your error. There are, after all, other spreads before me. I will not go long without pleasure.
Go on now, don't waste a night like this talking to me. We'll have plenty of time together on the way to Moonrise. In truth, I rarely imbibe. The stuff goes right to my head. Before you know it, I'd be breaking into song or declaring love to the first person I laid eyes on. I'm sure there are. You strike me as extremely resourceful. But there are many grateful people here who want to spend time with you. I must not keep you all to myself, as enjoyable as that may be. Go on, enjoy yourself. Seek out some wine before it runs dry. There are a lot of thirsty people around here.
We should have had wine more often. More warming than the fire. Can't afford to stay idle.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as
We should have had wine more often. More warming than the fire. I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Still alive. So that's progress.
We should have had wine more often. More warming than the fire. A long way to go still.
Looking ahead.
We should have had wine more often. More warming than the fire.
Think of it. No more caves, no more tents, no more running away. We'll be in a city with roads and markets and homes.
Look at them all. Guzzling poison like we've the right to be happy. I'm perfectly fine without that poison, thanks.
To beds and hearths, to dirty pubs and dwarven ale.
I need to dance! No. No, I need to lie down.
Sherry! That's infernal for cheers. Or possibly turnip.
Thank you. I'm glad you sought me out. Amidst all this merriment, I wasn't sure we'd have a chance to speak this evening. Were our bond a little stronger, I might even have shared a moment of magic with you. Alas, our fledgling acquaintanceship has not yet taken flight. Such intimacy will have to wait. Another night, perhaps.
Lie down. Then dance.
Do devils even grow turnips? Can't all be souls and flesh of the damned.
Fate spins along as it should. Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead?
This might be the wine talking, but I'm feeling inspired. Thinking of writing my next song about you. But I need an angle. Any ideas? Fitting. Seeing you fight makes me feel like I'm capable of anything. That deserves to be remembered.
You have no idea how good it feels to see these people smiling. The singing we could probably do without, but even so, thank you.
You came through for us. That's a change from most adults I know. Watching a bunch of old folks get dumber by the dramful. And when they run dry, I've got a few bottles tucked away to keep things flowing. For a price, of course.
Hope you're enjoying the night, hero. I certainly am. Cheers to many more like this.
We should have had wine more often. More warming than the fire.
None of that poetic stuff. Something like goblins swarmed, but we were brave and fried them all with a thunder wave.
But that's not what happened.
Do devils even grow turnips?
To beds and hearths, to dirty pubs and dwarven ale.
I won't be nursing their pounding heads and sick stomachs in the morning.
To beds and... My pint.
What are you reading?
Buzz of celebration quiets to a soothing hum as you approach your bunk. You've picked up a few pleasant memories on your journey amongst your struggles. Her mind is certainly an enigma, but would you wish it any other way?
I trust you enjoyed your evening. After all your efforts, it was well deserved. It may be some time before you're afforded another such night. There is much to be done. Moonrise Towers beckons. I've told you all I know, and now I'll join your camp to help you face whatever's to come. With luck and the Oak Father's blessings, we might actually survive. Are you ready? Onward then. We'll speak soon, I'm sure.
Speak. Are you sure that's the best course of action? Confirmed.
Oakfather's blessings to you. Those illithid creatures threaten the natural order. It's my duty to do what I can to stop them. There's also the Shadow Curse. It's an affront and must be cleansed. I helped overthrow Ketheric Thormund Dark Justiciars years ago, but I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region before he was defeated. If I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse, just as you find a cure for your infection. I studied one up close. Closer than most would care to be to those things. A drow attacked me and I defended myself. Afterwards, I was able to examine the tadpole that emerged. Hideous, but fascinating. Like nothing else in nature, I'm glad to say. Hopefully. I've chosen a successor as first druid, Francesca of the High Forest. I sent a bird to summon her. Precisely. Who indeed? You do not know, and neither do any of the others. The Grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the past. What it needs is an unknown quantity. An outsider who can enforce the Oakfather's teachings without bias. This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the Grove in my absence. Contrary to how some think of us, we druids can play politics when necessary. There are few things that are too strong for me. And cast those regrets aside, You did not get caught up in the moment. You seized it. In other circumstances, I would have done the same. A bad impression. Impossible. Perhaps. But we'll need to get closer before I can put my theory into practice. Put it from your mind for now. Once we near the curse, then there will be more to be said. Precisely. Then perhaps I could have done something about both the Shadow Curse and Ceremorphosis aberrations. But in my eagerness, I put far too much faith in the abilities of Aradin and his band. We didn't even get close. With such stimulating company? Never better. Miss it? Oh dear, no. It's a terrible burden. Takes you away from nature and forces you to deal with others' problems and personalities. Be wary of anyone who actually wants such a role, I say. Likely they don't understand it, or they have ill intent. I'm just glad to be out here amidst the Oak Father's creations. Well, there's hardly anyone left to share the responsibility with. Few who witnessed the fall of Moonrise still draw breath. What Ketheric Thorm unleashed is not something that nature can undo by itself. I must do what I can. I studied the Shadow Curse for years, but to truly understand it and stop it, I must reach its source. You wish to speak?
Speak. It is done. Eager for battle.
I've got a long road ahead.
You know, I've been catching myself smiling more lately. I think that's your fault.